already dripping on stuff. Fantastic. Normally this is the part where I tell you that we're going to take a second to do an intro and stuff to wait for people to fill in. But I don't expect anybody to fill in because, as the title stated, I'm just messing around in the garage. But I'm already doing stuff in the corner. The camera's already here. Laptop's still out here. So we'll stream it. So yeah, it's going to be nice and boring. We're going to finish getting rid of these studs that are still stuck here. We got 4 left. We put our fancy new ones on. I should probably finish doing some modifications to the intake. Yesterday we talked about the new fancy sensor that we're running. This is a IAC map sensor all-in-one unit. I had to modify the file to make this fit, so I figured I might as well use my printed version, do some measurements, make it fit, edit the file tonight now, because my wife's busy tutoring people on the internet, so I'm pretty bored. But I thought, on the off chance that somebody else is also bored on a Thursday night at 6:45 p.m., then maybe you can watch me and be slightly less bored. But I can promise nothing beyond that. This will probably be a little boring. I might even just turn on some royalty-free tunes, which I'm sure will sound just absolutely awful through this microphone. I'm sure the welder is going to sound awful with the microphone. It's going to be a generally pretty lame stream. However, as always, speech chat is enabled, so you guys can say hello and the TV will shout things at me, and I will respond to those things. And you guys can maybe see me do some modeling in CAD here in a bit on the garage laptop, assuming I can get my chair over here, because I can cast the screen over to the stream and whatnot. That's pretty much it. I make no promises of great content or cool things. It's going to be mostly lame, but here we are. And here are at least 3 of you, so howdy, welcome. Prepare for mediocrity as I go find the welder so we can plug it in. And I don't have a long enough cord to get 220 over here. Actually, we might be able to get 220 over here, get these studs really hot, see the impact take them off gently, slowly-ish. I usually don't have very good luck with stud extraction, but since these are steel studs and aluminum head, I have some small amount of faith. First we'll see if we get this crossover pipe off. Now the manifold is out of the way. This has been in here dry for 4 years now, so hopefully it comes out. The only thing it's seen is the insulation grease I put in 4 years ago. And, looks like I lied to y'all. There's like no grease on here at all. What is wrong with me? So yeah, this is actually not a new piece, this is just painted. As you can see maybe how rusty it is inside. It's not a very nice piece. I probably have a cleaner one of these somewhere I can grab, but it is heat wrapped, so because the turbo gets quite hot on a V6T, especially if you go aftermarket, it's a good idea to go ahead and add some heat wrap to your crossover pipe for your water. Charlie taught me that trick. Thanks, Charlie. Alright, we'll grab the welder, maybe some leather gloves. Oh, I don't have a helmet. My helmet's battery died, so I guess we're just going to do it blind. Pull on the old squinties. Ye old safety squints. But I've been looking at the calendar recently, which is unusual for me because I don't do a good job of keeping track of the days and whatnot. However, after giving the calendar a peek, I realize we are really nearing crunch time to build this thing. To build V2, that is. Because there are people who are very kindly enough, willing to help me build this thing. But, we don't have infinite time, so some stuff's got to get done. And that means this has to get done. So let's do it. Hopefully some of this stuff on here the other day will come off still. I know we had issues with all these stripping out, which is a good sign they need replaced anyway. What I'd like to try doing is just welding like the caps on a little bit, and then hitting these with the impact to see if it'll come out. Honestly, I don't want to put a ton more work in it than that tonight. I will. I got time. I just don't want to. I don't want to spend 4 hours on what I would normally consider a simple job. It's kind of the reality of car work, though. The old, it's only a 1 hour job meme really comes to mind right about now. Thankfully, nothing's stripped yet, though, like in the head side. Obviously, like I said, these studs stripped out. But on the head side, the aluminum side, everything looks pretty darn minty. Alright, let's just try it on 120. What the heck? Why not? Also going to grab 2 more nuts to weld on. 2 more sacrificial nuts. Thankfully, I just recently bought more of these, so I'm also going to check our microphone settings real quick. I want to make sure we're using the right mic. Let's see here. Default microphone, which is, I think, the Brio. That's what it should be set to. Volume settings. Input. Brio. Yeah. Try turning it down a bit, see if maybe that helps clean up the audio tick. If I get too quiet, y'all let me know. And also just let me know what's up in general. As always, chat is enabled. All you guys gotta do is type it in and it should read it out loud. You can also start spamming all those fun emojis we have if you're a member, a channel member. I couldn't find the leather gloves either, so I'm just going to do this blind. Just going to close my eyes and guess. Oh, straight through my shoe. That looks terrible. I don't think the impact's even going to fit on that anymore. Hey, we got one. Stuck in the back, but we got one. Great start. I'm not blind yet either. Can he go for 2? Out, losing my shoe ideally. Stand over here. That's failure number one. We just sheared the stud instead of getting it off. Thought something like that might end up happening. Didn't think it'd be so soon though. Try it again.
Dynamics LLC said, "What in the Kentucky Fried Fudge is going on here?"
Oh, you missed the intro. What's going on here is my studs are stuck, and my helmet battery died, so we're just closing our eyes and guessing as we try to extract some head studs or some exhaust studs. Yeah, I think that's so good.
Ike said, "Hell yeah, brother." Advanced Dynamics LLC said, "What if splatter goes in your ports?"
I think I'm taking the head off anyway, because it's been like 5 years since I put the head on, and I don't remember how much oil I had in the ports or in the cylinders and stuff, so I think we're taking it apart anyway. I mean, I guess I could think ahead a little bit better, put a rag in there, but yeah, I figured it doesn't really matter since it kind of needs opened up again. I don't remember how I left it last. Where'd that terrible wrench go?
Ike said, "Broken stud."
Well, it wasn't broken before I started. It's broken now.
Hank said, "You're a hero, Will."
I don't know about that. This is like certifiably the wrong way to do this. Letter E.
Hank said, "You're keeping Festivus from falling into obscurity and disappearing. You're a hero in our book."
Oh, okay, so if I see the hero in the general sense, maybe. A hero for doing this? No. Hallelujah. Wow, that caught one edge of a thread just in and really boned it. Just gonna take a peek and make sure I still have enough thread engagement for that to be okay. Yeah, that'd be close. Not happy about that though. Hey, that one came off. That's cool. Didn't even need to use Weld that time. Alright, can you do it again? Can I just tighten it too far, loosen it, and take it back out? One more round, please. What did I just grab? Oh, wrong size. Okay, well, I'm tightened and loosened, so now I can put that back on. Put this guy back on. Find that crappy wrench one more time. Ah! We've done it! Ladies and gentlemen, we did it. They're all out. Holy cow. Only took like, what, 15 minutes? Oh, I only boned one hole. Okay, and now, in an attempt to save our asses, we are going to try this. This is not a tap, this is a thread chaser set. Since those holes are already tapped, you really shouldn't re-tap tapped holes if they're damaged. You should chase tapped holes. That's what these are. These are thread chasers, not taps. We just want to fix threads, we don't want to make new ones. Still easier said than done for sure. Okay. Moment of truth here. Does our new stud fit in that hole? The answer is not quite. Womp. Oh, who is that? Hello. Yes. Yeah, it should change some. It should stop after like 1,000 miles or so, though. Okay, yeah. Oh. Good. Yeah, no problem. Ah, you know that's actually why they're called rotor rooters. That's why the companies that unclog those are called roto rooters. What are called rooters? It's because the most common issue, especially back in the day, was roots growing like pipes. So that's why the name rooter comes from, because they take care of roots. Yeah. Yeah, it should be good. Yeah, sounds like it's doing good then. No problem. Bye. Alright, when we put the stud in, it grabbed the edge of the thread and basically just took off what was left of the damaged part like a big spring. So, looks like we're doing a helicoil kit install on stream on this head. Not exactly what I wanted to do, but here we are. Annoyingly, this procedure requires a 13/32 drill bit, but luckily, I happen to have a 13/32 drill bit. Oh, this is definitely not how I want to spend this evening, but at least you guys get to suffer with me on stream. Okay. Thankfully, I've had this exact size helicoil on hand from the previous job I did, like 2 weekends ago, when we were trying to fix a very rusty B3 block. That was the second time in my life I've ever actually even used helicoil stuff, and it went swimmingly, so here's hoping for some similar success now. Of course, last time I wasn't on camera. Now that I'm on camera, of course, is when it's all going to go terribly wrong. So, it's just how life works, right?
Ward said, "You gonna put Loctite on it?"
Probably not. Oh, I mean on the helicoil, yes. Not on the stud. almost there. Alright, that looks pretty decent. Gonna get a little cleaner tool for the threads and some Loctite. Clearly, I need to clean up this workstation a little bit better. It's kind of just chilling presentation mode, I think, from the last stream. Not really a working environment right now.
Morgan said,
Ugh.
"What engine are we working on tonight?"
This is the fancy engine that's going into my nice car. So this is a Mazda P6T. So it's a 1.6 liter, 4-cylinder factory turbo engine. This one's got all sorts of goodies going on it, or already on it. For the JDMC, the V2, which is right behind me just off camera. And right now we are trying to replace some exhaust studs. It's going not great. Not terrible, but not great. That's good in the sense that, it's some real life. Everything doesn't always go the way you want it to, especially when doing stuff with cars, especially when doing stuff with 30 going on 40-year-old cars. So it's nice that I can have some of these issues now when we're in the shop and not out driving, but also have these issues in a way that you guys can see what's going on.
Morgan said, "Definitely get it. Helped with my fair share back in the shop at work. Not fun."
Yeah. Could be worse, but is what it is. This is, reality here. As you can see, I don't fake it for YouTube. I don't make enough YouTube money to fake it. Okay, we'll grab the right size gear wrench for that again. Not 12. I don't think it was 10 though. Smaller than 10. should do it.
Rix said, trying to build Kia Pride CD5.
We don't get those in the US, otherwise I'd be tempted to, but no. In the US, we only got the 3-door hatch. We did not get the 5-door hatch or the sedan. The process is basically identical though. I think I just broke the installer tool. It chipped the break-off tip off the tool. Oh, this is going great. This is great. We're having fun. Well, I think we're going to be happy with that, because we don't have a lot of choice in the matter. Now, the one stud I had extra, or I think we have exactly 12 studs for 11 holes, and one of them, the tip did not feel very good from where it got bent, or where the installation went awry. So hopefully, this will be enough. Starting to feel off halfway through. Let's try our thread chaser again. Another torn up one. I guess we'll do that all again. If we can, with this tool still, since it's going to get a little chooched. Can't seem to find my tap handle. Thought we had it out from last time we did this, but now I don't see it. Ah, found it. Come back. cleaner, 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 cleaner. There it is.
Ward said, "You should leave the 3D printer going on a live stream LOL."
I thought about that. The way it's enclosed right now, it's kind of hard to see. So I've been looking at getting a camera for inside of it, but it's tricky to find one that's rated for the temperature I need it rated for.
Ward said, "Do kind of a split screen with you in the garage."
Yeah, it'd be worth looking at whenever I find the right camera for the job. Because it also needs lights, or the camera needs power from the motherboard that's internal to the device. It gets kind of tricky. Alright, I see this stuff even fits now. That one stud is not drilled quite straight. My second attempt looks fantastic. The first attempt looks kind of like butts. Looks like it is off enough the manifold's not going to go back on. Yikes. That's pretty lame. Alright, well, that's already a lot more work than I was planning on doing for this particular job tonight. So I think I'm going to call it there and consider my options from this point forward, because I drilled that hole not straight enough, and now the manifold does not go on like it's supposed to. I had to take the stud out, put the manifold on, and put the stud back in. That's how far off the angle is. It's causing like 1.5 millimeters interference from the stud's bent. So I have more heads. Like I've got plenty of B6 heads I can get done. The question is how long it's going to take me to find a place near me willing to deck a head for an MLS gasket and hot tank it, get it really clean. This one I actually didn't like machine the surfaces of for the gasket. I kind of wanted to, but didn't have that kind of time. And looking at this one, it could have used it, so it might be worth doing so just for that reason. Obviously the cams are still good, and I have, this has like Felpro, no-name valve stem seals in it, and now I have the option here. I have the fancy Kia green stem seals that are, from what I've heard, much better. So I was already kind of considering opening it just to do those things, and now it seems like I have presented myself the free opportunity to take the head off and try again with a different head that wasn't from a rust bucket car like this one was. So that is something that I will now contemplate on my desktop. There you go, a 1-hour stream of me getting not much done, breaking this worse than it already was, and welding it properly. So hopefully you all enjoyed that. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you next time.